Hi, Recovery Girls. It's Chenille, and I'm so happy to be with you. Hey, ladies, today is the very first Sunday in June, and in a lot of recovery circles, we talk about the sixth step in June. So I thought, with something that happened recently, this is perfect timing. So the sixth step talks about us becoming willing to have God remove our defects of character. And let me tell you, this past weekend, I spent some time with someone I'm very close to who, with a lot of grace and truth, pointed out a character defect that I was completely oblivious to. And sometimes, God will use other people to reveal what's really going on. So you have an opportunity to get it right, especially if we practice and live a life of wanting to be, to be better and to improve ourselves and to improve our ability to love others well. God will allow these opportunities to happen. So in this particular case, the person shared with me how I was projecting something onto them. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh my goodness, that's true. And then I just, started to get into a little bit of shame, pulled myself out of the shame, and got into prayer. Ladies, it was so devastating to hear the truth that I just closed my eyes and began to silently pray and say, oh my gosh, God, this is true. I don't want to be like this. And I'm going to need for you to remove this defect. I can't do it on my own, and I kind of look at this particular defect as part of the shrapnel that has hit me from some past unhealthy relationships, and I kind of look at it as, when before I had the uncomfortable traumatic experiences, it's like I had on glasses, but the glasses had regular lenses, clear lenses, and I could see them. But after I had multiple traumas and brokenness relationally, it's kind of like there was a bomb exploded and the shrapnel hit those lenses and fractured the lenses. So that when I look and I see certain things in certain situations, primarily in the context of relationship, not always seeing clearly. Can't see things clearly. Sometimes I don't know quite what's going on. My interpretation, my perception has been altered by this damage. And sometimes, ladies, we will experience things in life that absolutely change our perception. And that's from brokenness. But when we work on our brokenness and we work to be healed by doing the little part that we can and trusting God to do the rest, He is faithful at coming in and doing what only He can do. And ladies, sometimes our defective character has to do with perception, has to do with the broken lenses that we look at life with as a result of some painful, awful, traumatic things that have happened to us at no fault of our own. But even though it's not our fault what happened, it is our responsibility to choose to get well and to be healed. That is a choice. Healing is absolutely a choice. And actually, there's a book out there by Stephen Arterburn called Healing is a Choice. And it talks about this. We're not responsible for the bad things that people do to us that harm us, but we are responsible for taking care of ourselves and healing. Ladies, step 6 is part of an awesome and amazing healing part of our recovery journey, and I absolutely have experienced it. Now, in the situation I was talking about, I took some time to quietly weep, and just my heart was so heavy and broken from the truth. But the awesome part about that is when I bring it to God, I say, hey, God, I don't want it. I need you to take it. I need you to remove it. Don't just improve. I want you to remove. And I allow Him the ability to do that. And gradually, as I'm practicing the principles of recovery and staying focused on His promises and good positive things, I notice my thinking starts to change. After all, ladies, really recovery is just retraining the brain, focusing, teaching the brain what to think about and what not to think about. And I'm just so thankful for this beautiful gift of recovery. And wherever you find yourself, if it's your own brokenness that's kind of jading your perception, or if it's just life being lifey, I encourage you just to work the steps diligently. Of course, you work them in order. But when you get to this step, just think of it as opening yourself up to be your best version. I like to call it, me becoming the freshly edited newest edition of me. It's not that I'm totally changing or I'm changing into someone I'm not. No, I'm want to work recovery. I'm becoming the me God always intended for me to be. And I pray the same for you, ladies. Remember that God is wild about you and he longs to overshadow you in his goodness. All we have to do is let go and let God. I've let go, ladies. What about you? Until next time.